Welcome back, guys, to another Wealthsimple trade video. We are finally back at it here after a little bit of a break. I was trying to sort out some different portfolio things. I moved some different things around. We're actually going to be trading through the personal account now instead of the TFSA, so we're basically starting from scratch, but I think it's still going to be really exciting. We've got lots and lots of money to spend today, and overall, I'm really excited about where we're going to go with this challenge. Real quick, I'm going to have to ask you smash the like button on this video. It helps out greatly with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, I'm very excited to say that I finally have a referral link set up with Wealthsimple Trade. Basically, if you sign up with the link below, it gives you $10 free when you deposit $100 and start trading in your Wealthsimple account. It also will send $25 to the trading account that I use for this challenge, meaning that essentially you can get free money if you sign up, and you can send some this way to watch me trade it and be a part of this challenge. So what are you waiting for? Referral links down below. Also, if you have signed up in the last 30 days and didn't get a referral when you signed up, you can still use this one to get your free $10. That's like what? A free pizza stock? I think it's worth your time if you're thinking about registering. And with that out of the way, it's time to now jump right into the brand new portfolio. We have $500 in cash to spend today on whatever stocks we choose, and I think I have some in mind that I think are going to be really good. We're going to incorporate some of the stocks that we owned in the previous portfolio, obviously into the new one here as we transfer over, but I decided to drop a few of them because there were a couple that I definitely did not, make good decisions on in terms of buying them. One of them was like the Pfizer stock. We're not going to be buying that one again. That was not a good thing. EPD, that was another one. It wasn't the worst stock. It didn't see the same capital growth that I wanted, and also it's a US stock. I don't want to be trading and paying those fees on those necessarily today, so we might just stick with Canadian stuff. I'm not sure. Also, I'll probably avoid Hive because I've got way too much in blockchain right now. Also, probably WMD, the marijuana stock that we bought last time. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that stock again, or to be honest, any other stock in the TSXV exchange, just because I think it's a little too risky, and we're trying to build a solid dividend portfolio here, guys, that can pay us out on a monthly to quarterly basis, and we're going to look for some capital growth as well now. So we're going to be probably doing like a 50-50 split, maybe 60-40 split dividend versus growth, but we'll see. Anyway, it's time to jump right into the portfolio now and take a look at what we want to spend our money on. Okay, and we are jumping in now to the personal portfolio where we have $500. Apparently we're up $150 in the past month, but we have just made deposits, so I don't know why they keep saying that, but anyway. Okay, so $500 to trade. I've got a watch list here with a couple decent stocks, and we're going to kind of go through them here. Obviously we have Apple, number one. I would recommend that one for anybody because I truly believe in that stock. 123, it's down quite a bit, so it's not a bad time to buy that. Air Canada, I've already talked about this one in the past. I think it's a little bit overpriced right now. People are like in love with this stock, and I am too. I just don't think that 26 is the buy-in number. You see, if we go to the 5-year here, you can see that not too long ago, this was literally a $25 stock. This is like 2 years ago. And so for that reason, I mean, this $50 price was at the peak of air travel and the peak of their like top revenue numbers. So I really, don't see it going too much higher. I think it's probably about a $30, maybe $40 stock now, especially if you price in the government bailout and the stocks that they picked up and the options that they have. I just don't think that it's ever going to go back to 50 anytime soon. That being said, if you're looking at it for a long-term play, you can still probably get it at half price right now, assuming that you're willing to hold it for 5 years and then cash out when it's maybe closer to that 50 mark. But for right now, I would say it's probably not the best buy. That being said, there have been some great buying opportunities. $21 back here was a good one, even when it went down to 23, I think here. Yeah, 23. Those would have been good times to buy. Okay, here's one that I really want to buy today in the energy sector. This would be Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp. So this is an interesting one because it's definitely a growth stock. It's a renewable energy stock. They have 4.5% yield roughly, which is great. But also, they're quite discounted right now. If we go to the year long, we can see that they were sitting up around $21.80 at one point. Now we're down to $18. Their numbers and their balance sheets, I don't think they're amazing. They still don't have, I don't think they're profitable yet, or they still just don't have the healthiest income statement. I believe that's what I remember from our research. Obviously, you're to do all your own research here. I am not a financial advisor, and this is strictly for entertainment. I should always mention that, and I don't necessarily always know what I'm talking about, but that's sort of the Algonquin, or my view on the Algonquin play here. But I do think that they have a lot of potential moving forward here. And again, great growth and dividend, and we're getting them for a good price. I think this is going to be one that we're going to have to pick up today. Let's talk about a couple other important ones. DOO has been one on my watch list for a while, and I think I want to pick it up. It's BRP. They make Sea-Doos and ATVs and those kind of products. They're kind of entering into the electric area as well, which is something that Tesla has already identified that they do not want to pursue, which makes me quite confident that there's a lot of growth potential here. Also, if we look at like the 5-year on it, yeah, look at the 5-year on the stock, just incredible. It's on a real run, but we can see that it's fallen here quite a bit, which is why I'm excited. I'm not buying around, what was it, 112? Yeah, 115. We're buying around 96, which would be a fun one. So we're definitely going to pick up at least one share of this today. Really small yield, but it will contribute, or the $100 share we'll get half of inflation, or not quite half of these days, but we'll get a little bit there back every single month. So I'm happy with this stock, and I think we're gonna get it. Anything else? We have all the normal ones. We have Enbridge here. We might pick up a couple more shares of that. I don't think you can go wrong with that stock. And 46 is not a terrible price for it right now. Yeah, it's came down a little bit. Like we were sitting almost at 50. Yeah, 49 at one point. So that's not gonna be a bad one. Also, EITUN is an interesting one. New income, high yield on this one, 10% covered call stock there, which could be an interesting one, or a covered call fund, I suppose. They own a lot of insurance and things of that nature, I believe. Oh, another really important one. Power Corp right here. The price has been soaring up, but I think this is an important one, especially when we're trading on Wealthsimple. They own, or they are the majority shareholder, I should say, in Wealthsimple Trade, the platform. So we're gonna be looking at that. A little pricey right now, actually. You can see they've been on a steep rise up here, but I think that's gonna be one to look out for. Okay, REITs are gonna be important today. We're gonna look at a few. We've got RioCan here, which was one that we had identified as an important one in our last portfolio. They did end up cutting their yield, and I think we've actually bought after that. But still, I think that there's some more potential in some other REITs. I'm looking right now at True North, which is mainly holding government buildings. I think that could be interesting. There's also a couple other cool ones that we could check out. There's also Pizza here. That's an interesting one. They have a pretty decent yield, 6% paid monthly. And also, I'm trying to see here. Yeah, if we look at the 5-year here, they are definitely down. This is well before the pandemic and everything happened. This is 2017 when they started losing, so I'm not super confident in that, but I do think that when things open up, they are going to see an increase in their stock price. Anything else important to look at? There's TNT right here at 736 a share. I think we'll pick up a few of those shares. What's the yield on that? Something like high 7s? Oh yeah, 8% right there, so not bad at all. And then ZWC is another interesting one. This is the BMO high yield covered call ETF. And high dividend, high yield, same thing, but it's got a 7% yield as well. Basically, they're selling call options on the stocks that they own to then pay more out to their owners in addition to the yield. So pretty cool stock there. Very cool form of a financial instrument, or a stock ETF that incorporates derivatives is always an interesting thing. So I think we'll definitely be looking into that. All right, I say we start our buying spree now. And let's start off here actually with DOO. That was one that I definitely wanted to get. 95 now. This is perfect. So 4% yield. Do I want to buy 2 shares? I think we're just going to buy 1 for now. I would like to buy 2 at this price, but I think we're just going to buy 1 because I want to spread out to a couple different things. The idea today is to lay out a foundation essentially that we can build on. So I want to maybe get like 1 or 2 of each stock in each industry, but then we can stack those as we go, so we can continue to buy more of those versus just putting it all in one today and then picking out another thing every single time. Putting $500 in one thing, $500 in another thing. Instead, we're just gonna kind of lay out a foundation, buy like 6 or 7 stocks maybe, and then we're just going to stack those up as we go. BRP 95.70, let's go ahead and make that play. We'll go ahead and trade it in the personal here, and we will pick up 1 share of that for the time being. We'll continue, we'll go confirm that order, and we have DOO, which is awesome, and we will be adding that as our first stock to the new portfolio here. Okay, next up, let's go into the energy sector. I think we're going to pick up some Algonquin shares here. There we go, our DOO share order is complete. But yeah, let's go into Algonquin. Maybe we'll pick up 4 or 5 of these, $20 a share. Maybe we'll do like 4 of them for now. No, we'll do 5. We'll do 5, just under 100, and that will bring us pretty close to my goal in terms of how much this I want to own for now at least. Let's go to next page. Continue, again, discounted stock right now, renewable energies, all things I'm looking forward to into the future, some good growth potential there. We're going to go ahead and confirm that order. Okay, guys, there's 2 stocks. We're already looking really good here with Algonquin and DOO. A couple other things I want to get today. We're probably going to look into getting some sort of REIT, so maybe that's going to be True North, or it could be a little bit of RioCan, or a little bit of both, but I don't really want to diversify too much in the REIT space, so I think we're probably going to aim for True North today because of that higher yield and a little bit more stability out of the commercial space. We could do a telecom stock like BC. I know we were into TELUS last time. That's still not a bad buy, probably, if we want to do that. I think Enbridge is a must, so maybe we'll just go ahead now and pick up like 1 share of them. I don't want to get too much, but maybe like 1 or 2. I don't know. Like, what else are we going to do? We're going to do a REIT, probably a telecom, and then probably like the covered call option, maybe EIT or ZWC. I'm not sure. Oh, one that I was actually thinking about. Hold on. This isn't on my watch list. Okay, this wasn't what I was looking for, but West Fraser Timber is definitely not a bad stock either. It's been on the rise. But no, this isn't what I'm looking for. Here we go. Timber Creek Financial Corp. This is actually one that I was really excited to buy. I know I'm a little bit all over the place here, but 7.3% yield. This is a private lending company. So here, offers financing solutions to commercial and real estate investors. Pretty solid, right? Now, why am I buying this now? In a day where we're having some crazy inflation, that often means that they're probably going to end up raising interest rates. And if you're a lending company, you're going to be able to obviously take advantage of that. So I think buying something like this right now is probably not a terrible buy. Would have been a great buy after the pandemic. In fact, it's still recovering. So here we go. We've got 1020. We're getting around 939. I think there's lots of potential for this. So let's go ahead and maybe load up on $100 worth of this stock. We get 11 shares. Let's go ahead and get 10 shares. That'll do for now. And then again, this is a cheaper stock. We can stack this one as we go. Okay, there's TF in the portfolio just like that, and now we are looking like we've got, I mean, what do we have now? Like half of our money left to trade? We still have $212. We're gonna do just fine here, guys. So let's move on now. Let's go ahead and actually load up on, let's do that Enbridge trade. That's what we'll do right now. So we'll go ahead over to Enbridge, 46.81 now. Again on the let's not go to the 5 year, let's go to the 1 year here, and we can see, yeah, we are getting it on that discount right now, down from the $50 mark. So I'm happy around this price. Let's go ahead. We'll pick up, should we pick up 2? That's gonna be $100. That will leave us with like 100 for a REIT. I think we're just gonna get one. We're gonna get one share of Enbridge right now, and then if we want at the end, we can come back and pick up another one, but we're gonna go ahead and do that. Man, I'm so tempted to get Power Corp because they are like on the rise and they do have a pretty good yield, although we're locking in a lower yield here at this price. But they're just so pricey right now. Look, I should have been buying down here in like $23 range. This is crazy. Look at that rise after the drop, guys. This is mad. I can't pay 40 for it. That's just too much right now. We're gonna wait on this one. We're gonna wait for it to correct here, and hopefully, you know, watching it every day, we can find a time when we can actually get this one for a good deal. All right, let's go True North. This is like a no-brainer for me. I'm quite happy with this REIT. I did actually own it in the TFSA, I believe, or if not, it was on my watch list. So 8% yield. It's going to be a good stock here to have, and obviously still on the rise up, but on the 5 year, it's still a little bit of a deal. So I don't think that we're going to be too bad off with this stock. $7 a share. Let's go ahead and maybe get like 12 of them. We can get 15 of them for 110. That would leave us with a little bit, but not quite enough. Why don't we actually let's get something more expensive first, and then we'll come back and max out the rest in this. We did talk about ZWC. I'm tempted, but also that's something that we could wait on. Oh, this was another one I was looking at. This is the Vanguard. This is the Canadian High Yield ETF. 3.7 though. It's not super high. And it's also very pricey, so maybe we'll wait on that one as well. We also could go into a bank. I'm not sure what's TD trading for, probably in the 80s. Yeah, $88. We've got a 3.6% yield. It's gonna take up a lot of our money. Oh, there's also Pembina Pipeline we could pick up. What are they trading at relative to what they crash at? They're still a relatively good deal. They've got some good infrastructure. 6.63% yield. Was that dropped? It may have been cut because I thought it was higher. Monthly stock though, probably not a terrible one to buy. What if we picked up one share there? I'm really having trouble deciding what our other stocks should be, guys. There's so many here that I want to buy, but I'm just trying to budget correctly so we can get into a few different stocks. BCE is another one that I'm quite tempted to go for, 5.57, but should I be going for BCE or TELUS? I don't know. TELUS has some great 5G potential. BC, although strapped down by their TV sector, definitely have some potential in the 5G space as well as the online gambling space and some other things. So man, it's a herb one. Canadian Utilities is another option here. They're a pretty good one. They've been very consistent, yield at 5%. And if we go to 5 year, we can see that the price fluctuation is just really within the $40 to $30 range. And it's kind of just bouncing back and forth between there over the last few years. Basically right in the middle of that 40 to 30 range, not a bad stock though. And we're gonna add that to the watch list actually, because we might go and pick that one up later. Okay, I've decided now. I've decided officially. I did some thinking off camera here, and I've decided. We're gonna pick up another share in DOO because I think it's a truly good deal right now. 94.22. We're just going to do it. That's going to be that. And then what we can do is spend the rest on True North or whatever else we want to spend it on. I think we're going to do True North. There we go. We're going to buy one more share of that because I think that's a really good price for it right now. We're going to find out soon here. 596. No, there we go. It updated. 502. Not sure why I said that. There we go. DOO at 96.38. What's our average now on that? Because we did average down, right? 94.90. I'm liking that. So 2 shares there. Again, not much of a yield, but great growth potential, I think. We have $76 left to trade, and you already know where I'm going with it. I'm going with True North, the REIT. Here it is, TNTUN. And we're just going to go ahead and load up on this. I don't think it's a bad price on the 3-month either. No, it's not terrible. It's down a little bit. So we're going to get a decent deal here, locking in 8% yield. Going to max out. What can we buy there? We can get 10 shares at least. We can get 10 shares. We'll go ahead and get 10 shares here comfortably. We got to do a limit buy. There we go. Just sent out an order for 10 shares of TNT. Then we're going to do a quick recap on what we bought today here, and then we're going to wrap things up. It looks like it filled. I'm sure I'll get the notification here in a second letting me know that it did because there's no orders pending. Yeah, it looks like it did fill, so that's good. Okay, so with that, we've started off our new portfolio. This is the one that we're going to be continuing with for the rest of the year. I'm super excited about it. There we go. There's the order coming in right now. 10 shares of TNT. Let's really quickly recap though. We'll go to today's or total value. That's what we'll do here. Algonquin Power Corp. That's our utility for now. We've also added Enbridge. So those are two in our energy and utility sectors. Algonquin, $93 worth of it. Enbridge, $46 worth of it. Again, both have decent yields. Enbridge closer to 7.5. Algonquin around 5. We've got DOO. With not much of a yield, but great growth potential, 192 in total there with the 2 shares that we bought today. So I'm really excited about that one. This is Timber Fraser. I always forget the name. No, Timber Creek. The Timber Fraser is the timber one. But Timber Creek Financial lending. Obviously, I explained that one earlier, though. We're going into a time where interest rates are likely to go up. we're dealing with some inflation. So I think that's going to be a good bet against that. And we're going to be able to earn some good money there. TNTUN, of course, the government REIT, and obviously $73 there for 10 shares. Super pumped about that. And that is a look at the entire portfolio now that we've got. And there we go. There's our 5 shares. We're going to be stacking those, as well as probably looking into buying shares like Power Corp, ZWC, some different financial instruments, maybe Air Canada if the price drops again, and then probably a telecom as well here in the future. So some diversity to be had here, but I think we've got a good start. Okay guys, with all that said, I am going to wrap up today's video here. Hopefully you guys found some value in it and enjoyed it. What I wanted to ask you guys is if you guys have any suggestions for stocks that you'd like to see me purchase here in this series and that you think would contribute to our challenge here and contribute to our portfolio, be sure to leave them down below, because I'm always interested to hear what you guys are looking at and what you guys think. So again, if you leave them down below, there's a good chance that they might be included in the portfolio for next week or whenever I make the next video. Okay, with that, I'm going to ask again, if you haven't already, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys all in the next video.